Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys an update on Bethesda. Yeah, the Bethesda launcher is no more, and we'll talk about that. And also, Steam Deck is gonna be coming very shortly. Unfortunately, not all games are gonna be completely supported. We have now some unsupported titles for Steam Deck, so I do want to talk about that because there are some notable games that are unsupported. More on that in a little bit, but Bethesda put out on their Twitter account, "Attention PC players, we are retiring the Bethesda launcher and moving to Steam." They also have a link to everything you need to know to migrate your games. If you do have games on the Bethesda launcher, you'll be able to do that. It notes, in early April, you will be able to initiate the migration process following detailed instructions we will have available to you then. So, Bethesda had this launcher, and they pulled their games from Steam for a while. Yeah, they didn't pull their games, but newer games that were coming out were exclusive to this Bethesda launcher, I should say. It wasn't a case of, I remember when, Origin initially launched, I think Dragon Age 2 was available on Steam for, a little bit, and then, Origin came out, and then the only game they pulled was Dragon Age 2, but, nonetheless, I remember when Bethesda launcher came out, and people were kind of upset about it, and then, everybody was just like, yo, these games are not going to do well on this Bethesda launcher, just put them on Steam, and lo and behold, they are back on Steam, so that's pretty cool to see. It's nice to see as well, just because, I think we saw it with the GTA trilogy as well. It didn't seem like that sold incredibly well. The fact that it is GTA, that carries a little bit of weight. Probably sold better than a lot of these other games that do migrate to their own platforms. Exclusively do, but the GTA trilogy seemingly didn't do as well as it could have, and obviously there was a lot of other issues with the GTA trilogy outside of what platform it was on, but nonetheless, would have probably done better on Steam. Red Dead Redemption 2 saw a huge jolt when it finally dropped on Steam after a little bit of an exclusivity period. It was like a 3-week exclusivity period on the Epic Game Store and the Rockstar launcher. Origin even, seemingly Origin was, I thought, doing pretty well comparatively speaking to all the other launchers, but they even came back to Steam, although with EA titles, you still have to go through Origin to access the games, and then one of the main publishers that is missing from Steam still is Ubisoft. Ubisoft now releases all their games onto Uplay, but I do expect them at some point to be back. I do think sooner rather than later that is going to happen, but Bethesda officially shutting down the Bethesda launcher, yeah, it is what it is. It's best to be on Steam, and hey, they're acquired by Microsoft as well, so their games are available on Xbox Game Pass, and you're either going to play their games on Xbox Game Pass or you're going to buy them directly on Steam. Ain't nobody getting the Bethesda launcher and buying Starfield exclusively on there, it's just not happening. So yeah, a nice move to see. Hopefully, no other publishers do try to go the route of releasing their games onto their own platform, although if they want to, just make it available on everything. Do your own platform, but then release it on everything. But it is what it is. If you really want to cultivate and create your own storefront, it's difficult to do. I mean, Epic Games is doing as much as they can, getting exclusives, offering free games, but they have an absurd amount of money, and they're really trying to take that off the ground, and we'll see what happens in a decade, because that, for EGS, that's a long-term game plan. And ultimately, we won't know if it's a success or not until 10, 15 years down the line, so we'll see how that turns out. And then also, of course, Activision Blizzard titles are available on Battle.net, although with Activision being acquired by Microsoft, and Microsoft does release their games on Steam as well as Game Pass. Want to see how that plays out after the acquisition fully goes through, although there's also this idea that Activision is going to be relatively independent, comparatively speaking to some of the other acquisitions, so that is something to monitor as well. Activision and Ubisoft, off the top of my head, are the two major publishers that aren't releasing their games on Steam, and then Rockstar with the GTA trilogy. That was a one-time thing. Who knows with GTA 6 or whatever next major title they're gonna work on, how it's gonna turn out then. Alright, so there we have that news. Kind of, I don't know, interesting to see, but yeah, I think eventually this was to be expected, especially when we started seeing the Bethesda releases just come to Steam in full force, so yeah, take that for what you will. Next up, a lot of games unsupported on the Steam Deck, unfortunately. A new wave of these titles just dropped yesterday, and some of these games include... Now, it should be noted with Steam Deck compatibility, it specifically notes Valve's testing indicates that X game is unsupported on Steam. Some or all of this game currently doesn't function on Steam Deck, so this is something that could be updated, and it's for a plethora of reasons, whether it be the OS, whether it be XYZ, but right now they're just unsupported. Some of these games include pretty notable titles: Tales of Berseria, Darksiders 3, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, DBZ Kakarot, Unravel 2, Catherine Classic, Ys Origin, Rage 2, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, what else? Darksiders, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, Ys Memories of Salsetta, King of Fighters 13, so some pretty notable stuff. The Last Campfire's in there as well. Hopefully, it'll continue to get updated, and more often than not, I think, going forward, since Steam Deck is in mind, more and more games are just going to be naturally compatible to Steam Deck, because it's probably a good idea if you want to, you know, make your game more accessible to a larger audience of people, hence increasing sales numbers for those games. It makes sense, but sometimes it's just very minute things that cause it to be unplayable on a platform like this. But hopefully, you know, through updates, through whatever, just continued progress on Steam Deck, hopefully some of these games do move from uncompatible to compatible and playable, etc., etc. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Bethesda launcher officially being shut down. Is what it is as far as that's concerned. What do you guys think about these Steam Deck unsupported titles? Kind of a bummer to see that, but hopefully some of those issues do get ironed out. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.